I need support leaving my relationship. Hi, I am 20 and my boyfriend is 40. We met online when I was 16 or 17 and started dating about a year or so after meeting. He makes me feel like garbage very often. Whenever I try to talk about any of our issues, he starts self-pitying and talks about suicide. I've tried to leave him many times, but I always end up going back. I feel so attracted to him. I really deeply love the good things about him. He freaks out whenever I mention getting a job. I stay at his house for long periods of time and he makes me feel guilty when I need to leave. I hate the way he makes me feel, but I am so hesitant to leave because I feel so in love with him. There is a lot more I could say, but I don't want to overwhelm anyone who might read this. Thank you for reading. You already had my support after reading only the first sentence. Leave him, girl. You were a minor when y'all met. He was in his late 30s. That's illegal and creepy. I agree with the other comments suggesting that this might be Stockholm Syndrome. You aren't in love with him. You're in love with the things he's doing to make you love him. He knows what he is doing. It is nothing new for people like that. Make sure you are safe. Do not give him any more chances to invade, control your physical and mental space. Cut off contact, and if you have someone you can trust to talk about this with, maybe do so. And lastly, anytime you are doubting yourself, remind yourself that you value your safety above his selfish wants. Out loud if you must a few times. This isn't love, this is Stockholm Syndrome. You are being groomed. He does not have your best interest at heart. He is a narcissist and a sex offender. Good luck. By any chance, you need to ask for help from people near you who really care for your well-being. Maybe friends or family, or maybe there is a professional social service. Talk with someone who can help you with an exit strategy. And I would also suggest you to get psychological support to prevent a fallback for your now boyfriend. The situation you describe seems dangerous for the both of you. Put yourself first. Good string and good luck for you. People confuse being in love with being attached. It's also called cathextion. This happens en masse. It's important to learn what the huge difference is and free yourself from attachment. You're just his sex toy. You need to leave now. What he is doing is mental abuse. Age differences aside, being in love isn't enough. If your partner doesn't treat you with respect or as an equal, then they're not right for you. End of story. There's more love out there to find. Do you have anybody close? Family, friend where you live? Somebody who you trust and who is not friend of your partner? You will need an emotional support network to leave him and never come back. Stay strong. Your life can become amazingly better if you leave him and don't go back. There's a reason he freaks out when you mention getting a job. He's isolating you from anyone who will point out that it's grooming, abusive, weird for someone his age to date someone so young. And he wants you to be financially dependent on him, so it becomes much harder to leave. Please, for your safety and future happiness, find a friend or family member who can take you in. Pack up and leave when he's out of the house. Cut off all contact. Please make your plans to leave him safely. And do not tell him anything about it until after you're gone. This is the best way to keep him from manipulating you to stay, by threatening violence against himself or by attacking you. Be prepared to cut off all contact. This week also help you to resist when he tries to get you to come back. Please stay in touch. We care and we want you to succeed. This man is a pedophile. Now that you are older and want to leave, of course he's freaking out. He's losing his toy. Threats of suicide are manipulative. Of course he doesn't want you to have a job. That would mean you are less reliant on him. Now that you're an adult, you need to do some serious soul searching about if this relationship is good for you or harmful. If he talks about suicide if you leave, get to safety and call 911 immediately. If he would hurt himself, he would hurt you. So you get out of there, then call. He could be faking, but it is not worth the risk to find out. Someone who makes these threats needs to be taken to her for a full psychological evaluation. Every time. Textbook age gap relationship where the older party manipulates the younger party. Leave now or you will leave later on and mourn the years lost with this man. As someone who used to be a 16-year-old getting groomed by men his age too. He is not going to kill himself. It is bait to keep you with him. He is an abuser. Do you love him or do you love the predictability of his behavior? Do you love what you are used to? Did you have an unstable home and knowing how predictable he is gives you some stability? Obviously a lot going on and a lot of advice, but I'll say this: if he hurts himself because you break up with him, it's not your fault. It's his. You can't let any self-harm threats control your actions. Sweetheart, get out. Get in touch with a parent or a guardian of yours. He is grooming you. TF, are you still doing there? Threatening suicide is emotional manipulation. Keeping you from working or leaving the house is imposed isolation and forced dependence. There's probably a comfort there as he's preying on insecurities. Leaving that comfort zone can be hard, but this is going to get worse, not better. What he wants and you want to avoid is a certain emotional slavery. Isolation, dependency, and toxic shame are tools for manipulation and control. He freaks out whenever I mention getting a job. He fears you maturing and becoming financially independent. Because he wants to control everything about you. The longer you stay, the less of you will remain. Please escape now. If he threatens suicide, you call the authorities. You are not his therapist, you are being exploited. You must not be afraid to be a whole person. You are more than him and your relationship. Fly. Be free. This man does not wish you well. He wants a prisoner. I'm so sorry. I know you feel confused. And you feel like you love him. But you also see the warning signs. And you know this is not good for you. You need to see the situation as he is controlling and manipulating you. You need a support network. So you can take control and literally escape. Try to reach out to family and friends and avoid being isolated. There are also support networks available. You can check your area and contact them. You are not alone. You are not a burden to anyone. You can get out. He groomed you. That's why you're confused. Listen to all of these women here telling you this is bad and please stay away from him. You made a great first step in identifying that this situation is bad for you. Don't worry about love. You'll be heartbroken for a little while. It hurts, but it also heals. The further you will be in the healing process, the clearer it will be for you how toxic this relationship is. Please give yourself time to heal and you'll be ready to fall in love again. Do you have a support system? Do you need help with something specific? What makes you struggle? This community is great and loving, and very helpful for people in your situation. Good luck. I hope you leave, and I am glad that you realize this at 20 instead of 25. 30. Go enjoy your young life, please. Also, does your family support this? You being with a man 20 years older, while unemployed, so therefore depending on him or your family, I am assuming. That is not okay. He is a pedo. Leave him. Get a restraining order if you have to. And remember, you have people in your life that will help you get away, and if you don't, there are services out there that will jump up and help you, and all you have to do is ask.